The Premier League relegation battle this season is heating up, with Tottenham being surrounded by West Ham and Forest, three clubs who didn't expect to be where they are this season. So today, my dad and I are going to take over Nottingham Forest and West Ham to change their destiny and see what we can do across 5 seasons. Domestic cups maybe, European trophies, or can we do the unthinkable and lift the Premier League? Let's find out. Dad, today we're doing Forest versus West Ham. It's two clubs who are battling for relegation. Well, not for relegation, to avoid being relegated this season. This Forest side, of course, was very good last year. This season, not so good.
Not so good, no. I mean, I'm hoping that one of these teams go down instead of Spurs as well, to be honest with you. So,
oh, yeah, that would be awful if Spurs went down. Nobody would want to see that. What do you think of De Zerbi?
I'm not 100% about him, sure, really. I do truly believe the players are just not playing for a manager at the present moment. Yeah. So whether he's going to make a difference, is it too late? I just don't. I'm really worried for Spurs, to be honest.
All right, I didn't like the idea when he was linked to go to the Man United job after. That's not really somebody I would.
He hasn't got a great history. I mean, he's done well for a couple of seasons at Brighton, but you look at his record. Apart from that, I don't understand why so many big teams were even thinking about him.
Yeah,
and we sort of done everything to get him in. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Anyway, back to Forest. You're setting up on a 4-3-3 into a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I mean, going forward, I quite like this team. They got a really good, strong midfield, I feel. A couple of players up front, and the wide wingers are really good. The only sort of position I'm looking at it, really, I'm a bit concerned about was the two goalkeepers they got. I don't think they're that good of keepers, so I'll definitely be looking at that probably. But the midfield is quite strong. I'm hoping that Anderson and Gibbs-White will sort of keep me going and score a few goals for me this season. Yeah,
they got good backups as well, like Nicholas Dominguez. Ryan Yates is a good player. Even in their defence, they've got Morato, Murillo, and Milenkovic, the centre-backs.
Yeah, two good solid centre-backs, and they really. So,
yeah. They got some good players out on loan as well, so that's something to look forward to next year.
Yeah, they're getting them back for next season.
Of course, the main threats that you'd like to see is, of course, Elliot Anderson. He's had a good year this year, as has Morgan Gibbs-White the last couple of seasons.
He was linked with Spurs, and then we just...
Yeah, and he thought, I ain't been that bad, have I?
Once again, we let it go through our fingers, and another player sort of punished us when they played against us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And striker Igor Jesus up front now. Now, he's not amazing at anything. He's just kind of good at most things.
Yeah, he's one of those strikers that you'd look at and you don't think he's that good, but then you sort of look into it really and you think, he's not a bad striker as well, really. So, yeah, hopefully he'll score a few goals for me.
Yeah, a lot of 14s around. Yeah. Now, you didn't sign anybody. I did. I had £10 million. I looked at this West Ham side. I thought, well, they definitely need a centre midfielder. So that's why I went out and got Javer Schlager for an extra £5 million with instalments using the £10 million budget. I think that's a bargain of a pickup.
100%. That's your weak position, and you filled it with a very good player.
Yeah, he's good in both natural in both centre mid positions. He can also play everywhere else on the pitch as well. Your type of signing, really, from the Bundesliga. So we've got him in, and we are playing a 4-3-3 in and out of possession, but in possession we are pushing Diouf in that advanced wing-back role. He is naturally a wing-back anyway, and as you can see from his attributes, he's got a great crossing ability. He's very aggressive. He likes to bomb forward. So I think that's a good little idea to do that. And you can see our weaknesses already, because James Ward-Prowse is classed as one of our best midfielders. He's not even at the club.
No.
He's at Burnley, so he's trying to actually actively help us get relegated if they are one of our rivals to get relegated. But the key players, I think, even defence, Disasi is not our player. He's only on loan from Chelsea. They are lacking at centre-back too. Tadibel's not too bad. He can be solid for the next couple of seasons. But yeah, going forward is kind of where West Ham have some highlights. Mateus Fernandes is definitely one of them. The lad looks like he's got a lot of potential in the game and out of the game, to be honest, in real life. Only 21 years of age. Come through the Sporting Youth Academy, so that tells you all about him. Then we got, of course, Danny Dyer's favourite son.
He loves him more than he loves his daughter.
He
says.
Yeah, he even says how he starts the chant himself of Bowen's on fire, and he's, you know what, to Danny Dyer. Quality player, I think, definitely one of West Ham's best players that they've signed in a long time. And Somerville's on the other side. he's all right, but there's a substitute right now who's absolutely on fire, and we'll get to him in a sec. Castellanos is the striker. Not a bad striker either. Can head the ball. Quite strong. Great mental attributes.
Yeah.
Start of the season, though, has been great for me because we have not conceded a goal in the Premier League. We beat Sunderland 1-0, Adama Traore. We beat Chelsea 3-0. Look who scored in that again, Adama Traore. We'll skip this one for now, and we'll come back to it because we beat Dad's Nottingham Forest with Adama Traore scoring again.
Yeah. I don't believe that. It's such a bad result for me.
We're currently top of the league, by the way. 9 points from 3 games. 3
wins, not conceding a goal. Well done.
I mean, we do have Spurs next and then Arsenal coming up soon. So I doubt we'll stay there, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, let's have a look. Adama Traore, my wife loves him when he's oiling himself up. Don't know why when I'm sat on the sofa right next to her eating crisps.
Yeah.
Don't even like crisps. Don't know why I use that as the exact biscuits. Custard creams.
Yeah, custard creams with a cup of coffee. You cannot beat that.
No, he is there looking absolutely jacked. I am there looking absolutely. So
the worst thing is you don't even offer anybody one. You just take the whole packet, don't you?
Why would I? You gotta ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. So yeah. In the Leyton Orient game, Todibo, 9 minutes, red card, put us under pressure. Leyton Orient missed their first penalty, took us to penalties, and then we missed the final 2. So we can only blame ourselves. But it does look like, with the looks of Ollie Scars, Freddie Potts, Magassa playing, we played a bit of a weakened side and still absolutely flumped it. So we're out of that competition already, which isn't great. But Dad, you're in a competition that we're not in.
Yes.
You have Europa League football this season.
Yes, fingers crossed for this trophy, because that can give me one trophy in the bag without you even being in a trophy sort of like competition. So yeah, I'm sort of fingers crossed for this one.
Now,
got a few odd games there.
Brentford at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Lorenzo Lucas scored in that one.
Started so well, 2-0 at home. Great start. Then it sort of all fell apart then, didn't it? 1-0 Chelsea, 3-0 against you. Couldn't even score in both games.
That's Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, sorry. Couldn't even score a goal in both games, so I don't know what's going on.
Now, Europa League phase. The league phase of the Europa League even. At Freiburg, you got them first. Then you got FCSB, Legia Warszawa, Club Brugge, Red Stars in there too. Go ahead, Eagles. Fenerbahce and Porto is the last 2. That's hard ones.
I've got to get the business done before I get to those 2 games, really, and hopefully I've already qualified. So
yeah.
I'll take a draw in either game, though.
But if you're looking at the Europa League, there's some big clubs in there that might cause you trouble.
Top 2 for a start.
Yeah.
Feyenoord, Fenerbahce, they're all in there. Porto, they're all in there, and they as well. So yeah, there's a few hard teams in there still, but
even the likes of Vigo, Stuttgart can be tricky. But there we go. Right, so that gives you an opportunity to potentially win a trophy that I'm not even in this first season. But in terms of points, I've already picked one up. So let's see who gets the early advantage after season number 1. Well, Forest down in 11th, 12th even, is kind of where you'd expect them to be.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I'm not happy with it. But
West Ham in 4th, though.
How did you get up there? Well done. Only lost 9 games, that's why you're up there.
Yeah. I mean, there are some shocking things from this league table. I mean, Leeds going down, Sunderland finishing bottom of the league.
Yeah, that's such a shame.
Burnley surviving again. I don't know how many times we have done a rebuild and Burnley have survived season number 1. They beat Wolves on the final day of the season to do so. Enzo Maresca's Burnley, might I add. So that's kind of crazy that they've managed to pull that one off. Man United down in 14th, but Spurs up in 7th. I mean, how unrealistic can you get in this game?
Well, it goes to show, isn't it, what real life can actually do.
Yeah.
And put different teams in different places.
Allegri is the manager.
Oh, I'd take that.
100% you would take that.
Definitely.
Manchester United have Knutson again. There's that weird thing that always happens in Football Manager now, isn't it? Knutson becomes the Man United manager every single time. So we'll see how he does. That's, of course, the Bodo Glimt manager from real life. But there we go. All right. I lost 9 games. Didn't lose to Nottingham Forest. Also didn't draw. So I beat you twice in season number 1, which means I already have 3 points because I finished higher and beat you in 2 fixtures. That's a point a time. Even Nielsen was the top scorer of the league.
That's good.
29.
Yeah, when you think of Erling Haaland in the league.
In 23, yeah.
Ooh,
6 goals more than him.
That's quite interesting, really, because if you look to see where they are in the league, Bournemouth, and their goal difference, you wouldn't put him at the top of the league.
No, I mean, Erling Haaland did only play 24.
Well, all right. Yeah, so that makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make a big difference. Possibly a big injury there. Maybe you would have caught up to Evan Nielsen, but you took advantage of it.
You have a look at Bournemouth, goal difference is 6.
Yeah. He scored 69, though.
He scored 69. That's a naughty number.
Hey,
well done.
57 points. He had a good season, though, finishing in 6th place.
And it's funny, that's where you expect them to be most seasons now, because they are that type of team, aren't they?
Well, I wouldn't put him as high as 6th. I mean, Iraola's doing a great job, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't put him as high as 6th.
They seem to get all the best players there, and then they sell them all off, don't they? And then they just bring a new crop in, and they just carry on.
Yeah, I mean, Krupi is one.
God almighty, what a signing that was.
Love Krupi before he signed, and now it's like, oh, how annoying they've got Krupi.
Yeah.
He scored 2 goals against Man United this season. What a shock. Loads of people messaged you about that. Thank you very much for doing so.
Yeah.
The other competitions. Now, we know I didn't win the Carabao Cup. Did Dad? No. Arsenal, who got the double then, because they also won the league, and Manchester City won the FA Cup. So let's have a look at this FA Cup first. 4th round, I was knocking out Newcastle. You didn't get to the 4th round, Dad. Ipswich, I beat there. You lost to Norwich in the 3rd round, so unlucky.
Oh dear.
Palace in the 5th round. Quarterfinal is when I was eliminated by Liverpool. So Carabao Cup, you won't pick up any points. Domestic stuff then. In the Carabao Cup, let's have a look at the final then. So that was Arsenal versus Liverpool. Semi-final, no, not one of us. Spurs knocked you out in the quarters.
Of course they
did. That's
did.
how far you got.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only way you're going to win some points here, Dad, is if you won the Europa League.
Yeah.
And the winner of the Europa League was Stuttgart, who beat Aston Villa in the final. All right, so league phase. You got 9th place. Quite unfortunate on the last day. You lost to Freiburg, which was the opening fixture. You drew the last fixture to Porto.
That was a good result.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Club Brugge and Legia. The Legia ones cost you.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, because one of the winning Fenerbahce, that's a hell of a win.
Yeah, 4-1 against them.
So that's 4 good results there.
Yeah.
Unlucky not to get in the top 8, but...
one more point.
I would have been there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if you would have beat them, you would have got 2 more points. You would have actually finished in 5th place with that. So... You went to the knockout playoff round. You faced Fenerbahce and beat them. So 3 games against Fenerbahce in 2 months, basically. Played them in January, didn't you? And then would have faced them again in February. Round of 16, beating Feyenoord. So you're knocking out some big clubs.
6-2 on aggregate. That's a hell of a result.
Olympic Lyon in the quarter-final. So you got to the semi for Stuttgart, eliminated you 2-1.
I had the hardest way through, didn't I? Really beating all the top teams until I got to the semi-final. So yeah, it is what it is. It's been a good final. It would have been Aston Villa, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Us and Aston Villa, but then like 2 German sides, the other side.
2 German sides, 2 English sides.
Yeah.
Okay, so the games or the stats this season. Igor Jesus got 26 goals. It's quite a lot, actually.
It is, yeah. So that's a good finish for him for the season. I'm pleased with that. Yeah.
Lorenzo Luca got 11, mainly off the bench. We mentioned the 2 players are out on loan, Jota Silva and Callum Wendu, who have got the other 2 double figures in goals. So that might be where you're struggling to get goals.
Yeah.
Is elsewhere on the pitch, unfortunately. The likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi's had a bad season, really, 6 and 7.
Really. Yeah.
Gibbs White
not very good, is it?
got 11 assists, but only 5 goals.
Still not good. I expect more from him than really.
Okay, so transfer budget this season. Oh, there isn't really one.
They're not backing me really there, are they?
46 million in the red, though.
Yeah. That's the problem with it. He's forked out so much money over the last couple of years, really. What do you expect?
I mean, it's cost him a fortune sacking managers.
This is the problem, and it's costing probably about 20 to 30 million with the managers he's going through as well. So, yeah, I mean, I can't say too much for him because he'll sack me as well. So, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I'll take that.
Mr. Marinakis.
Yes.
Okay. West Ham, then. How did we do this season in terms of statistics? Who scored us the goals? Castellanos got 20. I thought I'd be higher than that, considering how far up the league we finished.
Yeah.
But I guess you played Europa League football. We didn't have anything. Souček got 10. Do you remember when Souček was like the best player in FM23? Which I love a centre midfielder on attack.
Him, didn't you? Yeah.
All the time.
Coming through late and just get
all the arrives late in the box. He used to have that one all the time. The player traits, which I can't find anymore. I don't know where things are. But yeah, he had good player traits. Jared Bowen is below Adama Traore. 9 goals, 6 assists, 8 goals, 14 assists. He had more assists there. So, yeah, I mean, a little bit disappointed.
He scores more goals than that, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So that's let you down, really.
Fernandez, bit of development there. 11 assists, not bad. Just needs to score a few more goals for my liking, I think. But maybe with more games next season, because we will be playing Champions League football and hopefully get further in the Cups, we can do better. We have been given 51 million. So we've got a bit of a budget there, but we are in a positive bank balance as well. So let's have a look at the points. Season 1 points are Mega Luke with 3 and Dad with 0. With all of these retro databases or mods that you potentially download on FM26, it's really important that you're staying protected while searching the web. And NordVPN is the easiest and safest way to make sure that your IP address is protected while browsing online. With just a click of the button, you can change your digital location right from your home or wherever you currently are, which of course gives you the added extra benefits of security, like making sure those websites which are asking for your personal identification is not getting that. But NordVPN does way more, including the threat protection feature, which works as an antivirus tool, blocking scams and phishing attacks, as well as preventing websites from tracking and stealing your information. And for me, in a 1 week period alone, NordVPN blocked 352 ads and 500 websites from collecting my personal data. And just like everything with Nord, it's super easy to toggle this protection on, as well as the different websites that it's blocked. NordVPN can also monitor the dark web for up to 5 email addresses to ensure that you don't have your password leaked as well. But of course, the fun part of NordVPN is being able to watch regional-based content for wherever you are in the world. And you may be surprised at the value for money that you can get with a NordVPN when you select a 2-year plan. But with my link that you can find at the top of the description, or just go into nordvpn.com/Megaloo, you can get yourself an extra 4 months on top of that 2-year plan. So big thank you to NordVPN for keeping us protected on the web when we're downloading some fun things for Football Manager. My first key signing is Ben Gannon-Doak, £20 million from Bournemouth, who had a good season last year, and I'm hoping I can lock him into first team minutes to develop another quality winger for West Ham.
My key signing was a striker. I signed him for 18 million, and I'm hoping he can find the back of the net for me more than last season's strikers could.
Right there, with some players going out, you got Jair going out for £10 million, Matt Sells and Joan Victor going out for a little bit there. You managed to bring in 2 players.
Yeah.
Both from Freiburg, who obviously your scouting team was a bit lazy.
Yeah,
they just came to your actual games and goes, those 2 are good.
I picked them anyway. I seen them playing, so I thought, oh, I like them. So yeah.
Matanovic up front, he's got 4 goals in 6 games already.
He started well.
And Noah.
Yeah,
Atabulo.
I needed what I class as a better goalkeeper. I do like this goalkeeper. I've got a tendency of signing in quite a few times for that price. It's a bargain, I felt.
Yeah, good price.
Yeah.
So, without any more changes, you've gone to a 4-2-3-1, so you switch things up with your favourite out of possession, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. I mean, I know what all the players are doing in that sort of position. I'm quite happy with that. It's more of a defensive sort of out of possession thing, but I've gone for more attacking sort of going forward now. I've brought the defensive midfielders up, and I've got Gibbs White sort of right in beyond my striker and opening that he's going to help to score a few more goals than he did last season.
Yeah, because outside of Jesus, there was not a lot of goals.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus done really well for me, but I just felt that I could do with a really good out-and-out striker. For the money I could buy, this guy's quite good, I feel.
All right, so let's have a look at the rest of my signings, because I made a few more outside of course, Ben Gannon-Doak. That was the right way. I always get confused. Is it Ben Gannon-Doak? No, it's not. It's the other way around. But we've made a couple of signings, including Hajdara, who from Hoffenheim, £10 million, is a good left-footed centre-back. He goes straight into the first team. Of course, we had the Sassy last year on loan from Chelsea, so we had to replace him with somebody. He comes in from Kosovo. Young as well, only 23. Looks quite good for £10 million. I think that's a bargain. Then another £10 million from CSKA Moscow is Kislyak. £10 million for a 21-year-old Russian midfielder who has really good attributes, to be fair. Lacks a bit of strength, but as a box-to-box type of midfielder, can be a playmaker as well, because he's got that good finishing, passing ability. Works hard too, so
it's good.
Yeah, I think that's a good sign.
You need that in midfield, doesn't you?
With us going 3 in midfield, keeping the same tactic as what we had last year, we needed more options in that midfield. We do have James Ward-Prowse back now, though, so we could have other options in there with Mateus Fernandes. Ben Gannon-Doak is being locked in on that left-hand side. That will make sure that Jared Bowen plays from the right, which is where I prefer him. And then, of course, the channel forward up front is going to be Castellanos or Jared Bowen, so they can both play up there. And by the looks of it, it has been Jared Bowen who started off the season a lot better for us. So, start of the season. This time round, we haven't played you, Dad, but we have again started really well.
Yes.
Birmingham, who got themselves promoted, suffered to a Jared Bowen hat-trick. Thomas Souček getting a nice little 4th there. Then we've got Spurs 3-1 against them. Somerville got the opener there. Mickey van der Ven scoring an own goal. Souček scored again. 0-0 against Southampton, though, which is crazy.
Yeah, weird one, that.
Especially because Mateus Fernandes could have scored against his old club there and didn't. Newcastle, though, Javier Schlager, and there he is popping up again. Dama Traore.
Good result, that is.
Yeah, good stuff. We've got Champions League football next year because somehow we managed to qualify for it. Juventus and Leverkusen. Rangers are in there. Slavia Prague, Real Hispalis, who've done well to get in there because we know they were in the Europa League and they didn't win the Europa League.
No.
So they finished the top 4 in Spain.
Good position there, yeah.
Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League phase as well. AC Milan and Bilbao to finish things up.
It's an average sort of group, really. You got a couple of hard games, but I think if you win your own games, you'll go through.
Yeah, I think we've been given a kind draw there. Juve is definitely going to be difficult. AC Milan could be, but I fancy our chances. I don't think they're as good as AC Milan teams in the past, of course. Even Dortmund have got some weaknesses this year.
Yeah,
they're nowhere near as good as what they were sort of 10 years ago.
No.
Yeah, I fancy our chances. I think one of the hardest ones is going to go to Bilbao.
Yes, that could be
Such an intimidating place to go.
It is,
It's an absolute fortress in Bilbao.
That's your last game, so you got to hope that you're sort of already qualified for that.
Absolutely. Let's have a look, Dad, at your start of the season. It's better than what it was last year because you didn't suffer any points from me. However, you've lost more games.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Liverpool, all right, it's at Anfield, acceptable. You cannot beat Palace at the start of the season.
Nope,
don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, Spurs again.
Spurs away.
Done me. Yeah, I mean Everton in the cup. That's such a good game, but I'd have preferred that to have been a league game.
Yeah, you're through 2 rounds of the cup against Premier League sides. You also beat Fulham 1-0 too.
But I can beat Spurs. I can beat Southampton, though.
You could, yeah. I mean,
So,
Matanovic got himself a brace,
Yeah.
so he's got himself a goal there.
I'm hoping
Anderson
really
too.
I've got the worst out of the way and I'm on a run now.
Yeah, no European football to distract
do me
you.
a favour.
Positives, no distractions, I guess.
That's right, yeah. I just got to hope I win one of the cups just to sort of make up for what I haven't done so far.
Yeah. All right then. Well, season number 2. Let's see what happens. You got 0 points so far. You got to catch up. So maybe a good run in the league and beat me a couple of times. Maybe even knocking me out of a cup.
That's what I could do with, yeah.
Might be a way to go at this early stage. Well, the end of season 2. You're still behind me. You've had progress though. 9th place.
Yeah, I've got to be happy with that. That's a bit further up the league sort of than it was last season. So yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm finishing in 6th place though, which is Europa League football next year.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, we've won the Champions League. So hold your horses on that just yet. 10 losses though, Dad. Didn't lose to Forest. Didn't draw to Forest either. Another 2 wins. Another 3 points in the league.
That's bad news for me.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Burnley's finally gone down.
Yeah, Burnley went down. Second season again, as it always is. Southampton and Birmingham also going down as well. Birmingham with just 17 points. That is drab. But yeah, Ipswich surviving with 30 points this season.
Surprised Man United still
in 10th.
Mid-table,
Finished above Spurs though, so that's the only thing that really matters.
Yeah.
Who was the manager this time round? Still Knutson. Yeah, they gave him loads of opportunities for some reason. Spurs still got Allegri despite finishing in the bottom half again.
Yeah, it's not good.
Don't know what
Goal
to tell
difference -1. What is going on?
Yeah. Now you might notice we've got the retro kits in there. That's because we have started the retro Glory Hunter, and I couldn't be bothered to restart the game to change the graphics. But it's a perfect opportunity to tell you that the retro Glory Hunter has started. If you like the series stuff, we're bringing it back. If you like the Glory Hunter, no better time to jump on that at the end of this episode. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave it at the end of the video for you to go and click and watch straight away. We started off with an absolute banger. We're doing Portugal this time round instead of France, so it's of course Spain, England, Italy, which is the best league in the world in 2001. The Premier League obviously, and then Portugal. So I know I said Premier League twice. Germany is also in there. All right, we can't win the Premier League twice. The Glory Hunter Challenge, always a good one. Win the 5 cups, win the 5 leagues, win the Champions League, win the UEFA Cup, as it was known back then. Now, I've dominated the league there. I've seen Erling Haaland won the Golden Boot, 34 goals, never mind. Competitions, no. I didn't win anything. So, FA Cup was won by Manchester United. They beat Newcastle. So let's find out where we were. I mean, there we go, straight away. 5th round, I was eliminated by Southampton.
Like Southampton, do you?
Southampton hate me by the looks of it. But you weren't there. You were knocked out by Swansea in the round before.
Come on.
5-4.
From the
Tough one.
Championship. That's a bad one, that is.
Carabao Cup. Oh, no.
That done me a big favour.
I didn't expect that. Extra time. Oh, it's 2-0 up to the 83rd minute. That's really harsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kvaratskhelia, 94th minute equaliser. Then at Isak, 109th minute winner. God, would you believe it? Champions League. Arsenal won that as well. They have had a cracking start to
Yeah,
this.
it's done well, yeah.
Arsenal have. Now, league phase, 20th place. So I was eliminated in the league phase. That's good. Lost to Dortmund and AC Milan. Drew 3 games. All right, drew to Juve. That's not bad.
No, 2 away games. Draw,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
Won 2 of them. Rangers. 4-0 in Bilbao.
What was you worried about?
Intimidation? Absolutely not.
Nope.
That's crazy stuff. Were they already qualified? Where were they? Can't even see them. Were they in this competition? We've had that happen before, haven't we?
Don't look like it, does it?
There they are. Right, okay. So could they have qualified? They had 4 points. 9, not necessarily.
No.
I think they were already out of it, which might be the reason why we won 4-0. All right, I'll take that. So from the league phase, knockout playoff round, Inter Milan, that's harsh. That's a harsh draw.
Yeah.
4-3 against them, and we are out of there. So never mind. Could have come up against either the Dutch teams, Olympic Lyon as well, Porto, maybe Stuttgart. No, we got Inter Milan. That's a difficult draw. Never mind. Europa League next year. That's the goal. All right, Dad. Nothing in terms of trophies for yourself either.
No.
Let's have a look at the squads then. Who scored the goal? Matanovic was a risk, obviously taking Jesus out.
Yeah, it was a risk, but it's paid off. So
Definitely.
Really pleased with that, yeah.
And Gibbs White has come in with 18 assists and 10 goals.
Yeah, the assist part of it's quite good. So, he's an assist in the boy in front of him, obviously. So, yeah, I'd have wanted a bit more goals from him, really. But that's why I am where I am in the league.
I think you're lacking more from the wingers.
Yeah.
Because you've got Ndoye, who played 38 games. He only got 14 assists and 6 goals, which is kind of low. Hudson Ndoye is awful.
Yeah.
3 goals, 9 assists. Nowhere near.
What's going on out there? I need to be looking at that seriously, don't I?
For the standard that he could potentially play.
That's right, yeah.
Well, you've got, oh dear, just £2 million.
With no wages, so...
Still got 100% of the transfer revenue.
Might not be looking at anything then.
At the minute, no. Let's have a look to see, squad-wise, for us. We played more games this year. Castellanos got 32 goals, so Jared Bowen scored 20. So he did play most of the time up front, and Jared Bowen did play
That's what you expect
sort
from
of
him,
on the
though,
wings. Yeah. A little bit disappointed with Gannon Doak. 9 goals, 4 assists. Doesn't look like he's developed that much, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think I'll lock him in next year. I might just let it all play out. Kisliak, actually, 7 goals, 8 assists from centre defensive midfield is quite good.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that.
Good sign.
The rest of it, a little bit disappointing. There's not a lot of players who are getting assists here outside of Jared Bowen. So maybe that needs to change. We've been given 60 million. So that's not too bad at all. Some Champions League football has helped us out going into season number 3. But let's have a look at the points. Season 2 points are Mega Luke with 3, Dad with 0, meaning the total points are Luke with 6, Dad still yet to score. My key signing this season was Ryan Flamingo from PSV. £25 million for a player who can fill both the centre-back and defensive midfield roles naturally.
Urenki is my key signing for season 3. 21 million for a central midfielder who I intend giving key minutes to this season.
Dad, it was a bad season in terms of transfers out. Al Nassr come in and rinsed both Matanovic and Nicolas Dominguez out of the club.
Matanovic, I'm disappointed about losing him as well. He was doing well for me, but he wanted to go, and when they come in, they usually get what they want, don't they, with the money they're offering.
He's only on 210k tax-free in Saudi Arabia now compared to what you was giving him. But also Sangare going to Real Betis, £28 million. So, which meant it left a big hole, really.
It did,
in a number of different positions. Now, Urenki has come in, as we mentioned, in that defensive midfield role to potentially fill Sangare. But big money was spent on the left wing-back position, Tom Roth.
This was close to being my key signing as well. He's a very, very good left-back as well, I feel. So, good signing for me, I feel.
Yeah, he's got
only
2 assists already.
22 years of age, going forward, very good.
Not
very
bad. Celta Vigo's Oscar Mingueza, £21 million. So good option there at right back.
Yeah, so I've changed my left back and my right back to the good too. So I'm making my defence a little bit stronger now. Hopefully this is going to work for me.
But of course, the hole up front has now been filled with Andre Kostic.
Yes. For this money, I just thought it was a bargain, really, for that price, really.
20 years of age as well.
Only 20 years of age, so hopefully he's going to fill a massive hope. That's all I can hope for, really. Whether he does it, though, isn't it?
All right. Well, he hasn't scored just yet, but not too soon, I guess.
I've given my favourite number as well, so hopefully he'll do it for
13,
me.
Having a look at the best 11 now. Switch to a 4-2-3-1. The 2 fullbacks go in straight away, which means your back line now, I would say, is a lot stronger than what it is when you started off with.
It is a lot stronger now, and I'm trying to sort of like be a bit more defensive with dropping the 2 boys back into defensive midfield positions, and hopefully the forward line. I'm just hoping that Hudson-Odoi does a little bit better than he did last season.
Yeah, he had a poor season last year.
He did,
And Ndoye's not exactly done the best.
No, he's not. Hopefully they do. If I'm a bit better defensive, I can 1-0 wins to do me. I'll do an Arsenal any day of the week.
Yeah, all right. Oh, you do love being Arsenal. You set yourself up for that one.
I did,
That was too easy.
I couldn't say Spurs, could I?
No. You haven't played me at the start of the season, but you did beat Arsenal 1-0.
There we go. You got to set that one up.
Dan and Doy 1-0 against them. Also beating Everton 2-2. Dan and Doy again.
Drew Everton 2-2.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Dan and Doy again. Omari Hutchinson coming off the bench and getting an equaliser.
That's a good result. It's not an easy place to go at Everton at the moment.
No. Norwich knocked you out of the FA Cup, so this one in the Premier League. Yeah.
Give them a right hammering, yeah.
Dan and Doy 3 games in a row. Lovely stuff. Crew in the Carabao Cup. Penalty shootout.
That's such an hard game that was for me.
Yeah. The Grimsby of for Nottingham Forest.
It was the pitch. I'm going to put it down to the pitch.
Yeah. Bournemouth 1-0 away from home again.
That's a really good win away from home again. So
Morgan
yeah, I'm pleased with that one, yeah.
But then Bristol City knocked you out.
City, yeah.
3-0.
I mean, what can I say?
You had majority of your best team out as well.
No. It happened to me last season with Norwich, like you said. I got done again, and
you had your defence out, other than the right back. Midfield still had Brian Yates and Yarenki in there, but strike force was changed. Igor Jesus, Hutchinson, Dylan Bakwa did not get the job done.
Punish it for me.
Yeah.
Punish me.
Never mind. Carabao Cup out of the way.
Yeah.
Still got a good campaign ahead of you there. Maybe an FA Cup.
I need the points, though. I need the points. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's true. However, let's have a look at my transfer window. Now, I did sell, again, like you, to Saudi Arabia, a player that I didn't want to release.
No.
Kislyak, who I only signed last year, who I thought, brilliant. What a great centre midfielder he is going to be for the next 4 years. Gone within one season. He's now worth over £104 million, according to this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I loved him. He was great. But, yeah, he's gone out of the club, which meant I had to replace him. £48 million was a lot of money. And that allowed me to bring in some good players as well, not just on this page. So, £50 million for Ryan Flamengo, which we've already seen in Vermeeren from Leipzig. So, there's my replacement straight away for that centre defensive midfield position. But I also brought in 3 players before I sold the Russian centre defensive midfielder. One being Joe Gomez, who can fill in at centre back and right back, left back.
I do like him as a player. I think he's quite good.
Yeah, he's not too bad.
At Liverpool, really. Just haven't been able to get in it. Well, it hasn't been able to get in the team.
Yeah, he's never had first team minutes, has he? He's going to go throughout his whole career without playing first team minutes.
Yeah, such a shame, really.
Gassiu Diakite, £13 million for a new striker who can also play in the number 10 role. Very quick, good agility, great off the ball. So I'm excited to see what he can do this year. Then we've also got Nuno Tavares, £18 million, Lazio left wing back, who I think playing in this role here as the advanced wing back, which is a role I do absolutely adore and can get some good numbers from. I'm excited to see what he can do. So setting things up, of course, we were playing that advanced wing back already. We've now changed that with Tavares. But our best 11 pick, as you can see, pretty much puts in all of our new guys. Flamengo coming in at the back. Wan-Bissaka is keeping his position above Joe Gomez.
Yeah, a good player.
Fernandes, Schlager, Vermeeren in that midfield. Diakite knocks out the striker that I had there last season in Castellanos. But I think it will be better in the future. I think Diakite is going to be better suited to this formation going forward. Not locking in Ben Galandoke either, so letting them fight it out with Somerville. We started the season quite badly. Chelsea 2-0 away from home. Newcastle 1-1 at home, 92nd minute equaliser, which is annoying. And Liverpool at Anfield beat us 2-0. They got Kvaratskhelia, which is going to be quite scary. But Aston Villa at home, good win against them. Castellanos come on and saved us, by the way. Yeah. But I'm still in the Carabao Cup because I defeated Wrexham 2-1. Freddie Potts and Carl Walker-Peters, so I played pretty much a bench squad there. I'm in the Europa League as well. We've got Salzburg, Ghent, Racal. We've got Lons, Bayer Leverkusen, Copenhagen, ending in with Borac, who I've never heard of. They are a Bosnia and Herzegovina side, as well as Apoel from Cyprus. Good chance of going through, but if we're looking at the other contenders, I would say in there, Manchester United is obviously going to be a tricky one from the same country. The dirty rats of Rennes are always knocking around. They're in there somewhere. But outside of that, I would definitely say the German sides, Leverkusen, Monaco from France, Ajax as well, Bilbao we mentioned already. Yeah. Could be a tricky one. Porto too. Some big clubs in here.
There's going to be some big clubs in it all the time, really, innit? So you're not a bad side yourself.
We'll see. All right, so season number 3. I've got a 6-0 advantage so far. Can Dad climb some points back? Because right now, it's a bit of a one-way street going forward. But a big change up in terms of lineups. So let's see if they make any difference in terms of the points. Well, you've got 1 point already.
Yes,
so
come
finishing
on.
above me in the league.
Get in. Pleased with that.
8th place, 59 points, 3 points above me in 10th place, which is a bit of a drop-off from me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I went 3rd, 6th, down into
I thought you had a
10th
better
place.
side this season, really. But
This is the unrebuild where I make things worse as I go along. I'll end up putting West Ham in exactly the same position as where they are right now compared to the 3rd place where I had them in season number 1. Jokes aside, 12 losses, Dad. You did lose 1 game.
Oh, could have done.
Drawing 5. However, I lost 12 as well
yes.
and lost against you. So you
That's
do
another
pick up
point.
a second point
Yes.
there. 3-1 in both fixtures against each other. Erling Haaland was the top scorer, 26 goals this season. Satpayev actually got quite a lot considering this is goals per minute. But Satpayev's up there, so he's knocking around. Gonzalo from Fulham with 20. Not a player I've been very much aware of. He's 24, so maybe that's one that you can write down in your little book of names of strikers who might do quite well for you. But Kvaratskhelia is up there. Morgan Gibbs-White was your top scorer, Dad, with 14 goals. Diakite was behind him with 13.
Yeah.
Kostic, your new striker, got 12.
So he didn't feel the boots, did he?
No, not necessarily.
No.
Moving on, let's have a look at the cup competitions. Arsenal won the FA Cup, beating Manchester City. Carabao Cup was won by Manchester City themselves, beating Brighton. But West Ham win the Europa League, defeating Manchester United.
Didn't need that. Come on,
Jared
United.
Bowen is making his father-in-law even happier.
Oh, he'd have been happy with that, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Not only has he now won 1 European trophy for West Ham, he's won 2 of them.
Yeah.
He is
and
going to be
scored.
the favourite there, isn't he?
And scored as well.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for better than that.
That
could
is
you?
hilarious. It scored in the final. Scored the winner in both finals.
Both finals, yeah.
So, unbelievable stuff from Jared Bowen. He played left wing in this. Diakite, though, had the most goals throughout the competition with 16. So let's have a look at how we went through this. League phase, we finished in 10th place.
Man United finished top.
They did. We didn't lose a single game. Man United did. They lost to Bilbao. We drew 5. That was our big
That was
problem.
your yeah.
We drew way too many games, conceding too many goals. Like Ghent, we should be beating them. Copenhagen away, maybe. Salzburg at home, we should be.
I mean, your own games, you should win.
Yeah, we won 3. Rakow, Borach, and Apoel. So we actually had to claw it back because Borach and Apoel was my last 2 fixtures. So that was a lucky one. We went through the knockout playoff round. Rakow we faced again and beat them 9-1. So that's the Polish side. Round of 16, we beat Midtjylland from Denmark. 3-0. Quarterfinals, though, Porto. There we go. Some
That was
big
a good
clubs. 4-1
Yeah.
against them.
You still won the games quite comfortably, though, I feel.
Yeah. At this point, though, it is literally Manchester United and West Ham, and
It is.
that's it.
Yeah.
In
when you're
terms of
looking
the
at
big
that.
clubs, which meant we faced Torino, beat them 4-1. Manchester United beat Trabzonspor in the final, and that's where, of course, we faced them in the final. So that is 6 points.
That's bad news for me.
Yeah, so I get 7 points, 1 for beating you in the league, 6 points for winning the Europa League, and we get Champions League football next season despite having a very bad season. So where do we finish in the FA Cup then? We got the quarterfinal there. You're knocking out Burnley. I've already been knocked out there. So the 5th round I'm not in. The 4th round I'm still not in. I was knocked down the 3rd round by Burnley themselves.
Oh, that's who I beat, yeah.
Yeah, so you went through the semi-final, lost on penalties to Arsenal. Hey, you kept them to a clean sheet again.
Yeah.
Just couldn't beat them on
Oh,
penalties.
dear, I could have done with that.
Then the Carabao Cup, which Manchester City won on penalties themselves.
I was out of that early, when I.
Yeah, you were already out of that. Where did I finish then? West
Lost to
Ham
Chelsea, yeah.
lost to Chelsea 1-0 in the quarterfinal. So, no trophies for your dad. You did finish higher in the league. It's a slightly positive
At
outcome.
least I'm on the scoreboard now. I've got a couple of points in the bag. So
Yeah, that's it.
Still less than you did for this season, so I'm still in trouble.
Well, let's have a look at in the terms of statistics. Kostic got 16 goals. Gibbs-White got 14 and 12.
No. Not
Maybe
good
it's just a
enough.
change of system. I mean, Kostic,
Yeah.
still only a young player.
He
He's
is,
21.
Yeah, and he's
6'2",
he's improved.
great strength.
He's improved as well.
Has all the makings of being a good player.
If you've got time to work with him, then he'd be a really good striker. I feel. I need results now. That's the problem. So, mate, you've got to be next season. You've got to be on it.
Well, you've been given not a lot, 7 million.
No, they're not banking me at all, are they? I've got no wages, so that's not 7 million, really, is it?
No.
So yeah, and well,
Oh,
And I'm
they've
down to-
crushed your transfer revenue as well.
so I can't sell players neither now.
15%.
I'm really in trouble now. I've got to work with what I've got.
Yeah, you might have to. Kostic, what a player.
Yeah. Come here, lad. I can put my arm out. Come on, you're a good.
Look, I've got no intentions of replacing you next season because the club physically can't.
Yeah, you're safe.
All right, let's have a look at this West Ham side then. How did we get on in season number 3? 30 goals from Diakite. I'm happy with that. The league was not as many goals, but 30 goals across all competitions is great. Jared Bowen with more as well, 15 and 12. Castellano still got 12 off the bench too. And assist-wise, Tavares, new signing, got 15. Malik Diouf, who only started 14 games, 41 off the bench, got 10. Oh, that's what a great guy to come off the bench. And even Ben Gannon-Doak, a bit of an improvement.
Yeah.
11 assists despite only starting 21 games. So, yeah, I'm not too bad at all. Recruitment, though, we've been given £50 million. We got Champions League football next season, so we need to make sure we are fully prepared for that. But let's have a look at the points. Season 3 points then are Megaluk with 7 and Dad with 2, meaning the total points going into season number 4 is Megaluk with 13 and Dad with 2. My key signing was £31 million man, Brian Mbeumo from Manchester United. He comes in as a great attacking option from both wings.
My key signing this season was defender Ogbu. However, with the budget the board had given me, it was a struggle to sign anyone.
All right, Dad, going out Angus Gunn for £500,000, which you probably received about $5,000 for in terms of players coming in. But yeah, you were really struck with. You sold as well, Igor Jesus, 16 million. Morera for 10 million. So players that were like sort of on your bench to try and ask them to give you the transfer revenue, still said no.
No, they didn't.
Still rejected it.
Still rejected it. So I was in deep, as they say. So
yeah.
I got a couple of good sort of free signings in that sort of helped me out, but I needed a defender, so this guy's come in.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good signing for 275k.
You got a backup left back.
Yes.
He's come in
spent a bit of money on that, which is quite good, yeah.
6 million. And then Andre Onana.
I needed a reserve keeper because I'd lost a keeper, so I needed a keeper there, and on a freebie, it's best I could get, really.
And Moscardo at the back.
I thought this guy was a good signing, really.
Yeah, he's quite good.
He's quite good for his age as well, yeah. So I thought that was a really good signing for free transfer.
Matchday squad, we are locking in James McAtee and Gibbs White.
Yes.
Taking out Hudson-Odoi, which I think is smart.
He didn't do it again, so Gibson can play it there as well, so that stuck him out there. I've been trying to get McAtee in the side.
Yeah.
This is the way of doing it, really.
Yeah. Looks a good player. If you give him first team minutes, who knows? I think he could.
I thought he was a good player at Man City. When I watched him play for the England under-21s, he was a class player as well there. So I think he's a good player. Just hopefully it'll work for him.
So it means Kostic lives again for another season.
He's a lot happier now. I put my arm around him, told him how good he is, and he's here for the foreseeable future, so he was pleased with that.
Yeah, all right, I'm sure. Let's have a look then. First few games of the season itself. You've played a lot of games.
Played a lot of games, yeah.
You've done all right.
Really good draw at Anfield.
Yeah,
really
Kostic with the goal there.
Yeah.
Hearts in the UEFA Conference League.
Yeah.
Didn't realise you qualify for that. So there we go.
That's a good one, yeah.
There's a competition you could win.
And this is probably the best result of the lot. 3-0 at home against Arsenal. That's a really, really good result.
Yeah. Then you go and lose to Leeds.
I know.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin with the only goal.
Yeah, that's just a shame, really. But that's the way it goes, isn't it? So I'm still in the cup.
Yeah, you
still in the cup.
Made Tom FM cry. Beat his Lincoln side 3-1. Zaina Cora for Lincoln. But yeah, 3-1. You're still in the cup for now, and of course UEFA Conference League. So Lyon, Gil Vicente, Zrinski, Dinamo Minsk, the new Saints of Wales, and then Dinamo Bucharest. So, I mean, if you don't go through that,
I got a really good chance.
You should be winning this.
Well, Roma's there as well.
Roma is there, yeah.
So there's, I mean, looking at who else did I see? That's
Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce, yeah, that was the
Leipzig.
But then they could play against each other. They may not qualify. You never know, do you? So I think it's a really good chance for me, this one.
Yeah, you're definitely, I would say, in the top 4 clubs that are in this. It could be.
If I could beat Arsenal 3-0, I should be winning that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but then would these clubs lose to Leeds 1-0?
No.
So yeah, that's the other side of it. My West Ham side then, we had a bit of money. So compared to Dad, we had a lot of money, but we also sold players too. £24 million worth of players going out here in Todibo and Freddie Potts, 2 players that I wasn't necessarily using. So I was happy to do that, to be fair. So those are the only players on the outs. But coming in, we had a couple of players early on in Karim Koulibaly from Werder Bremen, left-sided centre-back. So Todibo left, we brought in another defender, and he looks really good.
Yeah.
Solid. Only 21 years of age as well.
Good.
A youngster who actually goes straight into the first team. Could have been my key signing if it weren't for the fact of the big name of Brian Mbeumo. But yeah, looks a really good, talented defender. Gift Orban, I remember when he was playing in the Belgian league and was tearing it up as a youngster. Hasn't had much of a rise ever since, but when he moved to Lyon and sort of didn't score many goals at all. Rejuvenated his career here in Hoffenheim. Now I've signed him for £28 million off the back of not exactly a great season. Bought him to be a good backup striker in behind, of course, who I signed last year, which was Diakite. So he had a good season. Yeah. Gift Orban comes in as a good backup for him. We've got a couple of free transfers as well. We've got 2 goalkeepers because we didn't have any reserve goalkeepers. So we've got Majewski who comes in as a backup, and we've got Quetglas. I'm sorry, but I don't know. But those are 2 good backup goalkeepers that are happy to be backups, not paying them much money, as well as Brian Mbermo for 30 million. So nothing groundbreaking, but it does mean we are switching up the system. And in fact, Gift Orban might be playing a few more games than what I anticipated, because Castellanos drops down to the bench and allows Gift Orban in a 4-4-2. 4-4-2, switch up from last season. Brian Mbermo on one wing, Jared Bowen on the other. Means we take out the midfield, that defensive midfield position. Schlager and Fernandez sits in there now. Flamengo and Koulibaly. Gomez as an inside fullback, Tavares as a bombing wingback.
Be interested to see if this works, because that's a proper English formation, really.
Classic 4-4-2.
Yeah.
David Moyes, eat your heart out.
That's all over
At West Ham as well.
Yeah.
Classic. So, yeah, I'm excited about this. Jared Bowen can obviously fit in up front as well. Every now and then he plays naturally as a striker, so I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up doing so. And Ben Gallen-Doak plays on the wings as well, because he has the ability to do so. How's it started off at the start of the season, though? Unbelievably well, actually. We lost to PSG in the Super Cup. That's absolutely fine.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good result, really.
3-2, we put up a good game
good
as
fight,
well, to
yeah.
be fair. Controversial penalty I heard against Vitinha.
Yeah, 100%.
But then Southampton 3-0, great start to the season. Diakite, Castellanos. Man United go into Old Trafford 2-1 against them. 1-0 down as well we were. Brentford, we beat them twice then in the league, which means we are currently top of the Premier League, because we beat them in the cup as well. Gift Orban getting a goal there. We are currently top of the Premier League with Manchester City.
Oh, it's not good for me, is it?
Come on. We're not going backwards. We are in the Champions League, however, and we're starting off by going away to Galatasaray.
Trip to hell to start the thing season off.
Yeah, not great.
Love it.
Lech Poznan at home. Then we've got Club Brugge at home. Inter Milan and Atalanta, an Italian double in November, with Monaco in December, ending with Benfica and Atletico Madrid away. Final game of the league phase. Not at all. So, season number 4. Daz picked up his first points, but can he make a dent and bring some more points back with that Europa Conference League? Let's find out. Well, in the Premier League, a 0-0 draw in our final fixture between us has cost me from finishing in second place.
Oh, yeah,
as Manchester City claim a win against Wolves.
That's a good result for me then. Seeing you that high up.
You do finish quite high though, 6th place.
Yeah, it's getting better. But still disappointed, really. I still lost 10 games.
Did you lose against me in the other fixture, though? You didn't. 9 draws. We did draw against each other there, but you beat me in one fixture. So although I win 1 point for finishing above, you win 1 point for that victory there, 3-1. In terms of the player statistics, the goals, Erling Haaland was the top at there, Voltemada, but Kostic, 19, not bad.
Yeah.
2 more than Diakite.
Pleased with that.
Cup competitions then. How have we done? Oh, it's a Carabao Cup win for West Ham. 3 points. Jared Bowen again. Hi, Jari. With Erling Haaland. He
scores in the big games, doesn't he?
He does indeed. Lovely stuff. Well, you were still in the Carabao Cup. So the 3rd round then, you knocked out Lincoln. I knocked out Brentford. The 4th round, I knocked out Bradford. You beat Man United on penalties. Oh, this is going to the quarterfinals. Oh, West Ham beat Spurs.
No.
Forest beat Luton. Yes! Come on. The draw went my way.
Oh, isn't that typical?
You do win a point, though, because you beat me in the first leg.
Yeah.
I win 2 points, beat you in the second leg. You're 2-0 up, and I beat you 3-0. And a point for knocking you out. So you do win another point there. So that's 2 points you can add to your tally so far. But, get in.
It's silverware I need. It's not good beating you. Silverware I need. You're getting the silverware as well. It's higher leagues. I don't know.
Well, you'll be pleased to know I didn't win the Champions League. Arsenal knocked me out. We'll have a look at that in a sec. The FA Cup was won by Liverpool. So in the 4th round, I'm going through against Fulham. You're beating Arsenal again.
Easy
3-0
beating Arsenal.
the second time.
West Ham fans love beating Arsenal.
Preston, I defeated them 2-0. You defeated Hull. Quarter-final. Oh, I love facing Nottingham Forest. 2-0 in the quarter-finals. Knocking you out.
Oh dear.
Come on. What a weird quarterfinals that was. Man City beat Wolves 8-0. Bolton getting there as well, losing on penalties to Manchester United. And then we got absolutely stuffed in the semi-final. But it doesn't matter. We pick up 2 more points. 1 for beating you, 1 for you knocking you out. Oh, good stuff. All right, you really need that Europa Conference League win now.
I do now.
Manchester United won the Champions League. Okay, that would be great for me in real life. Whoa! 4th. Only lost to Atletico Madrid.
Game, so yeah, you already qualified then.
Drew to Monaco. No. And 1-6. Beat Inter Milan, who were finalists, 4-1.
Yeah, I think your biggest result was your first game.
Yeah, Galatasaray away, 3-2. Lovely stuff. Round of 16 it was. Arsenal knocked me out in that round of 16, which obviously we knew about. It all goes down to the Europa Conference League, which was won by Leipzig, who beat Partizan 5-0 in the final. All right, so league phase. You finish in 2nd place, winning 6 games, which is the same as Leipzig.
Yeah.
They just had a better goal difference, 23 goal difference. You had 16.
Oh, that let me down, didn't it?
So the round of 16, going up against them, beating Mulder 5-0 across both legs. Then you beat Karabag 10-1. Partizan knocked you out in the semi-final. You should be beating Partizan.
100%.
You should
100%. I should have been in that final. Then it's on the day with Leipzig. We knew Leipzig was a good side. I'm so disappointed. That gave him the trophy, really, didn't it?
3-0 loss in Serbia.
Yeah.
That's what's cost you there.
Yeah,
bad result loss
there.
in Serbia. Bad result. That's points on the table thrown away there. Unlucky.
Disappointed. I'm not winning the big games.
No. Goals-wise, Kostic has stepped up.
Yes.
34 in 58 games.
Very good.
He's now wanted, so
I can't sell him, can I?
No.
What am I going to get for him? 38 million, I'll get what?
15% of whatever that is. So about 5 million.
6 million, 7 million.
Yeah. Morgan Gibbs White did quite well on the left. 15 goals, 10 assists.
Yeah,
James
that's trying to quite well.
12 and 17.
That ain't bad neither, really.
Yeah.
So that's paid off knocking them 2 players in.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe definitely a bit better going forward. But yeah, sort of, I don't know.
12 million?
That's not bad. It's a little bit of money that I can I mean, they're not going to give me any selling on fees or anything like that. Still 15%.
Still.
Yeah, I did ask that.
It's better than being kicked in the nuts.
It is better than getting. I might be able to buy 1 decent player.
Yeah.
I might be able to
couple
buy.
of free transfers, maybe.
Yeah, I've got to be looking at that as well tonight.
All right, well, my West Ham side going into this final year has scored 30 goals from Diakite with 13 assists. I'm happy with that. The front 2, I think has paid off, but
100%.
In terms of the goals, don't know who that secondary striker was. Gift Orban played 33 games, got 18 goals, which isn't bad as a ratio. Jared Bowen got 18 and 15.
I think that's good because he played on the right,
definitely.
From the left.
I mean, his form, if you're looking at it, he was a mix between striker
on the left.
or left wing. Sometimes played right wing. Yeah, most of the time he actually played up front.
So that's where he got his goals from them, really.
Yeah. So 44 games, 18 goals, 15 assists. Somerville looked like he played quite a lot from the left midfield. 12 goals, 16 assists, which was good. Brian and Burmo, good signing. 21 assists and 12 goals. Big numbers from Brian and Burmo. Didn't expect that. Tess Fernandez did all right as well. Now, final season, £40 million with a very big wage budget, which is generous, as we go into another Champions League campaign in this final year. But let's have a look at Season 4 points. Season 4 points has Omega Luke with 8 and Dad with 2, meaning the total points going into the final year is Luke with 21 and Dad with 4. My final key signing was Josh Achiampong, who had moved to AC Milan, but I signed him back to the Premier League for 20 million.
Ali Begovic was a free transfer that I considered to be my key signing for this final season.
All right, Dad. Andre Onana left on a free transfer. He lasted long, didn't he?
He wasn't happy.
Speaking of free transfers, though, there's a lot of them. So
yes.
Callum Hudson-Odoi has left the club.
Well, yeah, I mean, my key signing takes over from him straight away, doesn't he?
Yeah,
right in.
Far better player as well. And a free transfer, so a lot of money for Alija Begovic or Ali Begovic. Quality player. You can play on that left-hand side.
Yeah.
But there are 6 players in total who joined the club.
I think I've done right well with the free signings, to be honest with you.
All of them are free. Topalovic comes in as a backup midfielder there. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, he looks a good lad. Yeah.
Topic is a free transfer, new gen.
Yes, and he does look good for 19 as well, doesn't he? So he's a good reserve striker if I really need him.
Yeah, never heard of this club that he came from, though. From Serbia, Grafikar. Angelo, though, from Al Nassr. Very good player.
Yeah, never a good winger. So I'm not sure whether he'll get in first team, but he'd be knocking on the door.
Samuel Ricci, though, is a really good player from AC Milan.
Yeah, defensive midfielder. So I'm a good I'm sort of making myself a little bit harder to beat. So I need players that gets in the squad.
Yeah, and then finally the goalkeeper. Obviously Onana went out.
Yeah.
Justin Bilo comes in.
Yeah, good sort of replacement for him. I feel couldn't do anything better because obviously never had no money. So.
However, you have switched around the tactic.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm going to try and make myself a little bit harder to beat. So I've gone for the three in the midfield, the three players that I feel are really, really strong in that midfield area. Hopefully, with them being in there and pushing for the attacking, I can do a little bit better than I've done last season. I think my defence is as good as I can possibly get it with the money that I've had available.
Yeah, I think it's good defence.
Yeah.
Especially the goalkeeper as well.
Yeah.
If you consider that. Okay, well, let's have a look at my transfers as well. And top of course, my key signing, which is a bit left field. I don't think I've ever signed him before, but I have also signed this guy who in the 10 years we did with Feyenoord and AZ Alkmaar, if you haven't checked out that video, that's a really good one too. Wasim Bouzian, who was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
In the 10 years. Now, we've only got him for one season. He's nowhere near as good as what I had him there, but he's still good enough, I think, to make a big impact in this season. It was another £20 million move. Hasn't really been given the game time at AZ Alkmaar, but yeah, maybe you'll get some here. And then finally, we got Fuzeni on a free transfer again from Union Saint-Gilloise. Can play up front, can play from the left, can play from the right. So we didn't necessarily, we didn't get rid of any players, but we didn't necessarily improve our first 11 very much this season. Pong actually comes in and will play, I think, but in our 4-4-2, we're locking in Bouzian on that left-hand side instead of Somerville. I want to give him a bit of a chance. Pong, as you can see, goes into that inside forward role there. So it means Jared Bowen will probably go up front.
Yeah.
Which I couldn't really find a striker for the money I had to improve the team because I wanted to get a better right back in who can play in that inside fullback role. That's why I've got him, because he can play centre back as well. His attributes really suit that role.
I mean, it did look like he played most of the season last season, Jared Bowen up front.
He did play up front. Yeah.
He's only going where you knew he was going to go.
That's it, yeah. So maybe just change that left midfield and put Buazine in there. Might be a smart move. We'll see. All right, so the start of the season then, as we've kicked things off. I've had a difficult start to begin with. We drew at home to Liverpool. Kvaratskhelia scored against me again. We lost at Old Trafford 1-0. Takafesi Kubo scored there. But then we beat Southampton 3-1. Brian Byrne with Jared Bowen and a Flynn Downs own goal. If I remember rightly, Flynn Downs played for West Ham. Can't remember if he did, yeah. Good ball knowledge, Luke. He signed him for £20 million off of us. So Flynn Downs came through there and scored an own goal. So the spine on the other team that we've got. Now, Champions League fixtures. We got Olympic Lyon. I was going to say Marseille there. Dynamo Kiev, Stuttgart, Atletico Madrid again, this time at home. Away to Villarreal, though. Then we've got Copenhagen, Eintracht Frankfurt, and Inter Milan to end things off away.
It's not an easy finish, neither, is it?
No, if I can get things done by the Frankfurt game,
I think you're going to need to, yeah.
Might be all right. Let's have a look, Dad, at these Forest games. Now,
I need a good start.
You needed a good start. You've got one loss there to Nick Voltemada's hat-trick against Newcastle, but a 5-3 win against Spurs.
That's a good win.
Yeah.
Pleased with that one.
3 new players scoring goals as well.
Yeah, very good.
And then 2-0 against Brentford. Kostic was on the score sheet as well.
Good. I mean, it's not a bad start. Losing against Newcastle, I'm not too happy, but it was away as well. So apart from that, I'm quite happy, really.
Yeah.
2 good wins, I feel.
Now, the points might be 21-4, but it's still a possibility that you could win this.
I need you to be sacked.
You need me to be sacked, which is minus 10.
And then I've got to win.
Which would put me on 11. Yeah.
I've got to put 2 trophies, I feel, then.
Yeah. So if you can beat me in both games and then cause my sacking,
it's there for the winning still.
A Europa League would do.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So, looking at this, Raquel, Feyenoord, Bromby is there, Maribor, Braga.
I'm not worried yet.
Sturm Graz.
Still not worried.
And Oipest.
Definitely not worried. I've got a good round, a good sort of
great fixtures.
There. Definitely going into the next round, I think.
Yeah.
Knockout stages, so...
And as well, in terms of clubs,
there's no sort of big team there, I would say, really. You got your average teams like your Portos, your Fenerbahces.
Lazio's in there.
So, yeah, I've got a good chance here, I
You
think.
got a really good chance of winning this. All right, then. Final season. Dad needs a bit of a miracle, but a possible miracle. Let's see what happens. Well, unfortunately, Dad, I was not sacked.
No, and I didn't win the league.
No. You did overtake me on the final day of the season, though.
Yeah.
So you're in 8th place, which means
Still
you do
lost
get a point
14
there.
games, though. That's terrible.
You did. You also lost against me as well.
Oh, well, that's the points gone then, isn't it?
There's 1 point. And the other fixture that we played against Joe was a 2-2 draw. So you get 1 point, I get 1 point.
I need to win every cup going then, don't I?
You do, for this to even be close. However, the competitions, Manchester City won the FA Cup. Carabao Cup was won by Arsenal, and Manchester United, oh no, it's Barcelona, Manchester City in the Champions League final. So FA Cup, how far did what each of us get? Now there's the 4th round. I was defeating Wigan. You weren't there. 3rd round, Wigan. We would have played each other.
The next round.
Yeah, if only you had got past League One side, Wigan. So that's fine. 5th round, I've defeated Hull, so I got to the quarters, and then that's when Chelsea knocked me out. Chelsea seemed to keep knocking me out here. Carabao Cup, however, Chelsea lost in that final. Semi-final was Arsenal who defeated me, but I got further than what you did, Dad, whereas Nottingham Forest, 4th round, West Brom. Clubs that are not even in this division. Okay, Champions League then. So I didn't get to the final, but where did I get? Oh! Lost one against Atletico Madrid again. 1-7. I love facing Inter Milan. Beat them away from home this time round.
Hey, you was in a hell of a chance to win that, weren't you, really?
Round of 16, beat Leipzig, who were the Europa League winners last year. Quarterfinals, that's where I was eliminated. Barcelona 4-0.
I mean, you done well, drew 0-0 in the first round, but unfortunately lost the second.
Go to Barcelona, it's never going to be great, is it?
No.
Let's see how Dad has done in the Europa League. Did you go on and win it? You did indeed.
Oh, yes.
A Europa League win.
I was getting closer now, and I started chasing you now.
Yeah.
Finished high in the league.
Winning you had 5 more
winning
years.
the cup, I could do another 5 seasons.
Morgan gives White, Kostic, and Ricci with the goals.
Come on.
So
well.
there we go. All right, league phase. Let's have a look at it. You finished top of that.
Yes.
You drew 1. You won 7 of the fixtures,
We
which
got
you'd
a few of them
expect.
quite easily as well.
Yeah. Round of 16, defeated Bran. The quarterfinals, knocking out Wolfsburg.
That's a good result.
And then the semi-finals, Real San Sebastian to Real Sociedad.
Yeah.
4-1 in that final.
So the other big teams that we were talking about didn't worry me. So that was a good. That was the first big team I come up against really, and I've done the job on them in the final. So yeah, pleased with that. Got a bit of silverware. Put a smile on my face finally.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
It was a tough one.
With the finances that you were getting. Alai Begovic did quite well. 17 goals, 10 assists. Kostic 23. Omari Hutchinson with 15, 10 assists from Roth as well.
I think my biggest achievement was not getting sacked by this chairman.
I mean, he's given you £44 million now.
Of course he has.
I wonder how much as well you would have got transfer rep. Still
he's
15.
He's still being tight on that
still
bit.
15.
He likes to have a say whether I sell players or no. And that's his way of saying you ain't selling anybody.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so if anybody wants to take over on the patreon.com/Mega Gaming, all the channel members, you've got £44 million. Maybe you just want to steal the tactics that we are using, though, because clearly Dan's is quite good. Mine isn't too bad, actually, considering where I finished in the Champions League. It's just the league form that really cost me, to be honest. But let's have a look at my squad then going into this final year. 18 goals from Jared Bowen. Diakité's dropped off a cliff in terms of goals. Just 17. Same as Gift Orban, who started way less games than him. Brian Burma got 15 and 11. Somerville got 13 assists as well. Not amazing numbers, to be honest. £70 million for anybody who wants to take this over. There you go. All right, let's have a look at the final points tally. Season 5 points then are Omega Luke with 1 and Dad with 7. Meaning the final points is Luke with 22, Dad with 11. 11-point gap, Dad, from these relegation sides.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 seasons were no good for me, not scoring a single point first 2 seasons. That's what cost me, really.
Yeah.
But I kept them up, won a trophy in the end, didn't get sacked, job done.
2 European trophies won.
Yeah, we've done well, really.
For us.
And
Which isn't too
last
bad.
season for you in the Champions League, very, very good.
Yeah. As we mentioned earlier, if you're wanting to watch that retro Glory Hunter, there's nothing better than a Glory Hunter challenge, I don't think. Yes, there is. A retro Glory Hunter. We're starting off in the season 2000 to 2001. It's prime Italian football. The player names in there are unbelievable. It's when the Premier League had some unbelievable characters in there as well. Go ahead and watch episode 1 on screen right now.